Hello everybody, today's recipe is banana and cinnamon swirl. First we are going to make our own dough and then we're going to fill that dough with delicious banana and cinnamon mixture. This is Giangelo from Smart Raspberry, Epping, Woodford and North East London. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Let me start with our ingredients. Dough, you don't need to write it down because they're all in down below. So we are going to use some wholemeal and plain bread flour. We have some yeast, salt, cinnamon, egg, sugar, warm milk, warm water. We have some melted butter. We have some cinnamon. We have some honey, banana. We're even going to add some orange zest and and melted butter. Did I say melted butter? And we have some melted butter also. So I need quite a lot of ingredients, all been marked down in below. So don't worry about writing down. And it is a bit of a long recipe, but we'll do it together step by step and you'll have the success at the end. Okay, so let's get started with creating our dough first. So for that, I need my big mixing bowl. I'm going to start adding my flour. So this is 75 grams of white and 75 grams of wholemeal flour. So that's that. Let's put these away. And then I'm going to add the salt. I'm going to add pinch of salt. And oops, I just dropped my butter there. Okay, and then I have around 3 grams of yeast, which is, I'm using half a teaspoon here, so it works around 3 grams. 3 grams of yeast. And let's check. Oh yes, sugar, half a teaspoon caster sugar. And just going through my list, so make sure that I have everything. Okay, and then with my wooden spoon, I'm just gonna mix these ingredients quickly and then open a well in the middle. And then I'm going to add my wet ingredients. So I need 1/3 of an egg, which is around tablespoon. So let's measure that in. 1/3 of a beaten egg. And then I'm going to add 50 milliliter of warm milk, not boiling, warm. That goes in. And I'm going to add 40 milliliter, which is around 3 tablespoons of warm water. That's 1, 2, and 3. So that's in there as well. So now I'm going to use my wooden spoon first and then bring everything together. I'm going to create a wet dough. Okay, so as you know, the eggs are full of protein. They're really good for us. Bananas has, let me just read, count towards your 5 a day. They're a good source of carbohydrates, so it gives us an energy all day through. So what else we have here? We have the spices, the cinnamon, give the food a really nice taste, and also help digestion. We have butter, it's good for our teeth, so, and bones. So yeah, we have good things in here and tasty. Perfect. So now I just mix all the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients together. Now I'm going to knead this for around, practically it's supposed to be 10 minutes, but you know, I don't want you to stay here 10 minutes watch me kneading a dough. So I am just going to do that a bit shorter, but I need you to knead it for around 10 minutes at home. Just going to take this off the bowl, bring it down on the floured surface. Okay, I'm just going to knead my dough. So the secret is, it's quite wet dough, but if you keep moving the dough, it won't stick to your fingers or your tabletop. So make sure it's lightly floured and then quick motion. So you just need to keep moving the dough. Oopsie. Keep moving the dough under your palm. Just stretch, fold, stretch and fold. Then soon it will stop sticking and the yeast will start working. So just stretch and fold, basically. Very moving actions. Just keep move it. I like to move it. Remember that movie? Okay, so now just keep rounding. folding and then kneading again. So you need to do this for 10 minutes. So set your alarms up for 10 minutes if you are doing it, okay? So I'm not going to do it that long. I'm just going to go a tiny bit more. That's perfect. So it's a nice looking dough. Knead it. And then just round it under your palm. Looking good. So this needs to rest for a bit. So I'm just going to put it back into my mixing bowl, but just going to put a little bit of oil on the base so it won't stick. I'll put this here. All right, so now while my dough is resting, the yeast doing his magic, going to prepare the filling. That's delicious banana and cinnamon filling. Okay, so start with the banana. The banana in front of you. Peel the banana. Peel the banana. So we don't really want these stringy bits. Just clean it off. Okay, let's put this away. And I'm just going to cut it and put it into the bowl. And using my fork, my finger here like that, I'm just going to start squishing the banana. Like so. Mash the banana basically. Mash, mash, mash. So this can be very good for the lunch boxes if you are taking sandwiches, or good for picnic. So you know. So last week we did Greek pasta salad. I said it's good for picnic, and this week we are making banana cinnamon swirl, again good for picnic. And the next week's recipe is vegetable halloumi kebabs, again another one for good for picnic. So it's a summer month and we all gonna go for picnics or parks, so just want to take your food out with you. These are good things to cook at home. So I mashed the banana. There we go. I'm just going to add my other ingredients. I'm going to start with the orange zest. So I'm just going to zest around 1/4 of an orange. Just going to use the fine part of the grater. So don't forget your hands holding down the grater, and then you just carefully zesting the skin. You don't want to go too far down, so you don't really want to zest the spongy part. Hardly anything coming out. Okay. Very difficult this is, but it's doable. We don't need much anyway, just do what we can. Oh, okay, that looks good. That looks enough. So put the that's okay. Let's pick those up with the spatula and add it with the bananas. Mashed bananas, that is. Okay, that's there. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of honey. You can use brown sugar instead of honey, so that's an option also. Perfect. And I'm going to add a teaspoon. I'm going to add a hip because I really like cinnamon. So teaspoon of cinnamon, that's there. And just give it a good mix, really. Again, just use the fork. And just mix it all in. Looks like a chocolate, isn't it? Okay, so now here it is: banana, honey, orange zest, and cinnamon filling we just prepared. So let's keep the fork in here as well. And we're going back to our dough. I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour on my board. A bit more. We don't want the dough to stick. I'm just going to take my dough, put it here. The first thing I'm going to do is just give a little shape to this dough. Look, it should look like a little bit like a rectangle instead of circle. My board is a rectangle, so that's a good guide. So I just roll it, just flatten it first. And maybe just a bit more flour on top. And a bit more flour on my rolling pin. And I'm just gonna start rolling this. Oops, okay, sticking. Up and down and sideways. Perfect. So you just really want to keep it in the rectangle shape rather than circle. Okay, that looks good. I'm happy with this. Perfect. Okay, so now, also I forgot to mention our oven temperature is 180 fan 200 conventional. That is God's Mark 6. Make sure it's preheated so you can bake it straight away. So I have here 15 grams of melted butter. So I'm just going to spread that over the dough first. So this is melted butter. So lots of care going into this dish. Wonderful. So it's nicely buttered. Okay. And now I'm going to put my filling in. For that, I'm just going to take everything just the middle. Like so. I always start from the middle and then spread it out. So when we spread the filling, you need to make sure you leave a border around, okay? So don't go too close to the edges, then your filling will pop out. So we don't want that. We just want to keep it in. So just use a spatula or spoon or the fork. You just mix gently and carefully. Just spread the filling. So also, obviously it's hot. The bananas are mashed. Also, we put some honey. It's a bit runny, basically, the filling. So you just need to be quite careful when you spread it. And like I said, keep it in the border, okay? So that looks good. Now, I'm going to fold this. I'm going to start with the edge near me, the long end, not the sides, edge near me. And I'm just going to fold it. Okay, and as tightly as I can. Like so. All the way to the edge. This is what I mean, we don't want this filling to pop out, so just push it down a bit. Pay attention. Like so. I'm going to come to the end, just going to pinch it. Oops, there's some filling is escaping. Perfect. So I just squish them. Hopefully that's going to do the trick. Everything stays in. Come near me. And I have my dough filled with banana mixture ready to cut. So now I'm going to use my knife. So I'm going to start cutting from the middle so I can get hopefully equal sizes all around. So this is somewhere middle. Just going to hold one side while I'm cutting so my fingers will guard the dough. That's one. So this part I'm going to go and cut half again. Hold it, just really going down half, and each these cut half again, half and half. And now go and do the same thing in this side, half half, and half. All right, so that's all I need to do next is to put them in my baking tray. So I have my baking tray here. I also put a greaseproof paper underneath so it doesn't stick the dough. So I'm just going to start with from here. So when we put them in the tray though, you just need to make sure the cut side up, okay? So you just need to, so that you can see the swirls we just created after we roll when they bake. So just gently with the help of my knife, just gonna put this one here. Okay, I'm just gonna put one here. I'm just gonna go all around so it will look like a flower. So I'll take this one next here. Yeah, it's too hot here, so it's beginning to stick. So I'm gonna be really quick and careful when I move them up. There's 3 more to go. Perfect. And this one, can you see they actually while they're waiting, they're growing bigger. The yeast is still working. Yes, banana. Perfect. And there he is. So I put them all in here. Cut sides up so when they bake, you can see the swirls on them. So you can sprinkle some more cinnamon if you want. I'm just gonna go and do that. Just a little bit of cinnamon. And we can also just sprinkle tiny bit of caster sugar in those gaps. Oh, the cinnamon smells really nice. All right, so this is it. So all it needs to go in the oven for around 20 minutes until nice and golden, and bon appetit afterwards. Enjoy. So yes, this is our banana and cinnamon swirl ready to go in the oven. Temperature 180 fan, 200 conventional or gas mark 6 for around 20 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and do subscribe because every week we come and teach you different recipes. See you again. Bye bye.